Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. It's time for another edition of our Friday Night Spotlight Festival, which this month was programmed by the lady sitting with me now, my co-host Cher.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Now, our next film is So Proudly We Hail from 1943, starring three major stars at Paramount Studios at that time, Claudette Colbert, Paula Goddard, and Veronica Lake. Now, we're talking basically with you this month about women in film.
Right.
And the changing face of women in film and all of that. And this certainly was women in wartime
Yes.
that we're talking about tonight. So why this particular picture?
I think what interested me so much was that it showed women in the war, you know, and I love Paulette Goddard, and I never think I like Claudette Colbert, but I love her, obviously.
But I must say, tonight it's kind of a Claudette Colbert festival.
I know, it's so crazy.
What was it about Claudette Colbert that you didn't respond to? Because she was so well liked in movies.
Well, obviously I do respond to her in some gigantic way, but she was...
But you never thought of her as a favorite.
No, I never did, but I mean, like, Palm Beach Story is one of my favorite movies, and Since She Went Away is one of my favorite movies. So I thought that she was the good girl always, and I don't think I ever saw her, except in Cleopatra, but I don't think I ever saw her be saucy and whatever.
Yeah, she could kind of be. She could. What was interesting about her was she was born in France, so she's actually a French woman, but she kind of became the epitome of the American woman to Americans during the Second World War. We had Greer Garson, but she was British, and she was a big, big star. We had Betty Grable, who was very American, you know, saucy singing and dancing, but Claudette Colbert was kind of the representative of the American woman, even though she was born in France.
I thought, too, she was the linchpin. She was the one that everyone satellited around her.
In this movie.
Right.
Yes.
She was the strong one, even for all the men, and, you know, for all the men in this film. It seemed like she was the person, except, you know, for the older nurse, but even she eventually had to go to her and be comforted.
She had a sensibility about her that would make her an automatic leader.
Right. But I never saw her as a strong woman. And, I mean, I saw her as a strong woman as women were treated in those days. But I saw her in this as a strong woman equal to a man and treated like a man, you know? And I mean, given the respect, because women in those days were either sexy or they were cute or they were something else, but they had to fight to get a position of strength, like men just automatically had, you know? So, I mean, you see it in Betty Davis. You know, you see women have to kind of fight. And I never saw her actually have to fight to be the strongest person. You know, she was always very feminine. So I really enjoyed this because she was as tough as the men, but still a woman. You know, still a woman.
Which I think women had to be in that kind of situation. But let's see the movie. Here it is, nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including one for Best Screenplay, and for Best Supporting Actress for Paulette Goddard. Here's So Proudly We Hail.